Do you like football? From the time of Puskas, Maradona, Zidane or Messi, football stirs passion. It's more than just a sport, it's a way of life. For many, the beautiful game is more than just a hobby, it's a religion. But today, more than ever, football is business. Money has become very present in the reality of the top-tier teams. Only a few get all the glory and the cash. A large majority try to reach the top and fail. The competition is very difficult and even unfair. Well-funded bidders, betting houses and wealthy families are taking over some of the biggest clubs in Europe, and the trend will continue. But will there be room for everyone? Will the beautiful game remain a level playing field? Or will it become a closed shop for the elite few? When Newcastle United won the Premier League title in 1996, they did so with a squad made up of players who had come through the club's academy. Since then, the club have spent over £400 million on new players without winning the league. To put this into context, the current squad is valued at around £300 million. Manager Eddie Howe has done a great job. They're currently third in the table and look set for a top 4 finish. But let's not forget, they were only 2 points above the relegation zone when he took charge. And this was with the backing of the Saudi Public Investment Fund, which owns 80% of the club. They've brought in players such as Bruno Guimaraes and Alexander Isak, who've slotted into the team seamlessly. Newcastle now look like a club going places again. But their success has come at a cost. Meanwhile, at Liverpool, the owners, John Henry and Tom Werner, bought the club in 2011 for £300 million. It was a lot of money back then. Now the club is worth over £4 billion. They've signed world-class players like Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Alisson, as well as a number of other very good players. The current squad is valued at around £800 million. Over the past 5 years, they've won every major trophy on offer, including the Champions League and Premier League. Under Jurgen Klopp, they've become one of the best teams in the world. This isn't a one-off. Manchester City have done something similar under Pep Guardiola. In recent times, Chelsea have too. Roman Abramovich bought the club in 2003 for £140 million, and by 2012 they were being valued at £750 million after winning the Champions League. Today, the club is valued at over £1 billion. Todd Bowley completed his takeover last year. They've signed players like Raheem Sterling and Wesley Fofana, but so far there's been no success on the pitch. And while the Premier League has proven to be very popular in recent years, especially with the introduction of overseas players and managers, fans are becoming disillusioned. Ticket prices are rising, but so are the prices of beer, pies and merchandise. It's getting to the stage where a family can spend over £100 on a match day out, which includes tickets, food and drink. For many, football has become a closed shop. Only the rich can afford to buy the best players and subsequently win trophies. Last year, Manchester City's annual revenue was £544 million. This season, they'll probably end the season with 100 points. It's hard to argue against them being crowned champions again. Arsenal were the only ones who could realistically challenge them, but they fell away badly. Their manager Mikel Arteta is doing a good job, and let's not forget they played some fantastic football under Unai Emery. But where is their recruitment policy? Where are the world-class players? Yes, they have Bukayo Saka and a few others, but do they have enough to challenge City over 38 games? If you're not prepared to spend big, then you won't win anything. Look at Leicester. They won the title in 2016 under Claudio Ranieri. It was one of the greatest sporting achievements in the Premier League era. But since then, they've spent over £300 million on new players, and look where they are. They're fighting for their very survival. So is there still room for a team like Brentford? Their manager, Thomas Frank, has done a fantastic job. They're currently 9th in the table. They play attractive football and are hard to beat. But they've only been able to do this because of money spent by their owner, Matthew Benham. Brentford were promoted to the Premier League in 2021. That same year, they made a profit of £21 million, according to Deloitte's annual review of football finance. In 2022, they made a loss of £8.6 million. But so far this season, they've made a profit of £23.3 million. That's the second highest in the division, only behind Arsenal. Football has changed, and unless you have millions to spend, then it's very difficult to compete. There are 92 professional clubs in England, and only 4 can gain promotion to the Premier League. The financial rewards are huge. But what about the other 88? How can they compete and get to the top? You can't develop players anymore, you have to buy them. And if you don't have the financial muscle, then you won't get them. Some may say the Premier League is the best in the world, but it's certainly the most competitive. Whoever finishes in the top 4 will qualify for the Champions League. These 4 teams will make it to the quarter-finals at the very least. Most seasons, one of the Spanish or German teams will win it. We're talking about Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Borussia Dortmund. So here's my conclusion. If you have money to burn, then come and buy an English football club. If you want to compete and win trophies, then join the Premier League. If you want to develop players and give them first-team football, then go to La Liga or Bundesliga. The beautiful game has become a business. Clubs are businesses. And like any business, they want to make money. But I fear that one day soon it will become a closed shop, a cartel where only the elite few can access.